Hi guys, it's Miss West. I want to talk to you today about what we can do to get AMS reading this spring. Did you know that when you read, you get to live different lives in each book? You become a more compassionate and caring person because you experience so many different feelings. You learn an average of 4,000 to 12,000 new words each year. And readers are also higher achievers. Think about those SAT scores needed to get into your favorite college one day. Miss Phipps shared something with me a few days ago, and it says, why read 20 minutes at home? And I wanted to share this with you guys. Let's look at student A, student B, and student C. Student A reads an average of 20 minutes per day. Student B reads an average of 5 minutes per day. Student C reads an average of 1 minute per day. Now let's go to the bottom where it says scores in the 90th percentile on standardized tests for student A. Student B scores in the 50th percentile, and student C scores in the 10th percentile. Now I don't know about you guys, but I like to be at the top if at all possible. So what I'm going to challenge all of you to do between now and the end of the school year is to read at least 20 minutes a day. Basically, what exercise does for the body, reading does for the brain. So let's look at this challenge. We've set a 2015 reading challenge for all of you. And that challenge is for you to earn 20 points by reading fiction and nonfiction books. Now, how can you earn those 20 points? You can earn 1 point for every book you read that has 50 pages or less. 2 points if the book has 51 to 250 pages. 3 points if it has more than 250 pages. Now, definitely no picture books. Also, do not read books way below your Lexile. This is a challenge, guys, so find some books close to your Lexile. To check a book's Lexile, you can go to Lexile.com and search for the book. If you have a question about whether a book is okay for you, check with me or your ELA teacher before completing the reading response. For example, if you have a Lexile of 1,000 and you complete a reading response on an A to Z Mysteries book, then you will not receive credit for those books. So we actually have 3 deadlines set for you. First deadline is for you guys to get 8 points by March 20th. Second deadline is to get 16 points by April 22nd. And then the final deadline is May 8th. So we want everyone to try to have 20 points by May 8th. Now let's talk about what happens if you meet those deadlines. The first deadline, we'll have a celebration and a drawing for prizes. Possibly some iTunes cards. We're going to see if we can have some things donated as well. Deadline 2, drawing for prizes. And then deadline 3 is the big one. That's a day at the water park. Mr. Watkins has agreed to take you guys to the water park at the end of May, as long as you meet your 20 points. So how will you turn in your reading logs? I'll have a Google form created, and I'll take that link to the form and post it in the Edmodo groups that we created a few weeks ago. So you should have an Edmodo group for your class, which means you'll either be in the class of 2019, class of 2020, or class of 2021. So what you'll do is go to your Edmodo group, click on that link, and you'll see a form listed. And we're going to take a minute to look at the form and what you'll have to put on that form. So there will be a place for your name. Notice that you want to do last name, comma, first name. You'll need to list your grade and your ELA teacher. You'll also want to list the book title, the author, how many pages, and then the number of points you would earn for that book. And below that, you're going to see a lot of questions to help you in writing your reading response. So you can pretty much pick the questions you want to respond to. Some of the questions are, write about what you didn't understand. Why do you think the author did something in a particular way? If you had been the author, would you have had anything different happen? Let's look a little bit further down. Let's look at reactions. Write about your reactions to the book and why you feel that way. Did you like the book? Did you hate the book? Why? Would you recommend this book to your friends? Let's look at evaluation. Are there things about the author's writing that you liked or disliked? How would you compare this author to your favorite authors? So basically, you should have plenty of ideas to help you come up with your response. What we're going to ask you to do is to write at least a paragraph telling about the book. And it must be at least 5 well-written sentences. So take your time, check your spelling, check your grammar, and just do your absolute best when you're responding to these. And enjoy reading those books. Now, when can you complete a reading response? This is pretty important as well, guys. If you take your iPad home, complete the reading responses at home or in the mornings before class. If you do not take your iPad home, then you may use Jacket Time to fill out the reading response forms at the end of the week, or you can come use the computers in the Media Center before school. So hopefully you guys don't have many questions. I'm going to encourage you to let's start reading today. Have a great day.